She went on the interview,
Yeah.
chatting her BS, trying to play the victim. Trend Central.
Yeah.
She's trying to play the victim, trying to be all this innocent woman who doesn't do anything wrong, wouldn't hurt a fly sort of vibe that she's trying to portray on the interview, right? But let's be honest, you're saying that someone has raped you, right? And it's not even true. So how do you think those women feel who it has happened to? How do you think they feel when women like yourself lie about something like that happening? What I say to women like that is, how about let that happen to you and see how you feel, see how you would take it when, because I've heard many stories even from myself of these things actually happening, and women that will just, oh, he raped me, and it's a lie. You don't know what these women go through. The fact that they're not believed, they go to the police, they go to family, they go to whoever. No one believes them that it happened to them. They have to deal with that, right? So then when they need any form of help or anything, they can't get it. When they call the police or whatever, no one believes them. So then when the reason why no one believes them is for women like you.
But the thing is this, right? What about the energy? So like I said, the energy towards Ginger J and the energy towards Victoria.
The energy is totally different.
It's two different things.
It's two different things.
And one thing is that at least, okay, so if we didn't have the footage and it was just hearsay, we got the footage. We see Victoria saying what she's saying.
Yes.
And she has no remorse. Hang on. So she has no remorse, right? And then you've got platforms giving her a place where she can play the victim, almost downplaying what she did. Wow.
I'm sorry. You can't have fire for Ginger J of having his personal preferences, right? I'm not saying the way he came at certain situation was the best, right? He could have handled the situation a bit different, because I did hear stories about him being behind the scenes when they stopped filming, that he was still going off and stuff. I'm not saying that he done what he done in the best form of way, but at least that was he wasn't hurting anyone when he said what he said, right? Now, this woman, she is given a fake rape charge to her ex, right? Let's say he did hit her, right? Let's say that's true. Does that warrant you telling the police that he raped you when he didn't? So instead of him going down, right? Let's say he called the police, they've arrested him. Instead of him going down just for physically assaulting you, so hitting you, he's gonna go down for raping you.
Hang on, but how many women abuse the system? And with Victoria, because you see she's a liar, right? How many women will allege that their ex did something to them and didn't, right? But then the dude is in a situation. How many brothers are locked up
I know.
in the cell right now?
I know.
Because of a woman like this, then you're going to have someone, he probably did it. Because remember, it's believable women, right?
I know.
So based on this logic, because men don't say this, so based on the logic of what women generally say, believable women. So we should believe Victoria, even though the footage is there. She done follow-up interviews, no remorse.
None.
Cold,
and I'm sorry, when she was
spirit.
on Trend Central, she was smiling. I'm sorry. She thought it was funny. I'm telling you. She thought it was funny. The whole situation. You can tell women like her, they love the limelight. They love the chaos. She loves things negative,
did she lose
right?
any followers?
She didn't hardly lose any.
She had almost 1 million followers. She didn't lose any.
I will tell you the truth. I saw Victoria years ago. I personally followed her on Instagram because she was promoting healthy lifestyle, right? And I think everyone should be on a healthy lifestyle. That's the reason why I followed her. When I saw these videos coming out of her talking about these fake rape allegations, I unfollowed her because I'm not about to sit here and follow someone who does stuff like this. Okay? So has her followings gone down? From when I last checked, her followings didn't. There's not really a dent of people unsubscribing.
So what it tells you is that some women may not do this, but we kind of condone it to a degree because they're not saying nothing. They're cancelling Ginger J, but they're not cancelling Victoria. So is there so for example, if you're not a 304, right, or you're not a gangbanger, right, but then as a woman you hang around with 304s, this means you're kind of okay with that lifestyle. And it's the same thing with the dude. You ain't no gangbanger, but you know them, and I'm sure we all go to school with them or come from the same area. Or you may not be complicit in things that they do, but you are kind of okay with the lifestyle that they live.
Yeah.
So by the women not cancelling her or having the same energy on such an egregious act, is there like an undertone of, boy, you know, we're gonna keep the sisterhood code alive because you never know when I may need to use it myself.
Yeah, there is.
So how can men really say, you know what, these are the women that I want to protect? And I'm not saying all women. I'm just saying, how come the energy ain't the same? I'm just highlighting it's not the same.
The energy ain't the same. They have so much fire for Ginger J, right? And he hasn't hurt anyone. But they don't have no fire for Victoria. I've seen loads of videos, people posting videos on the story, and no one has fire for Victoria. The only ones I've seen is the men saying they have fire for her, but I've yet to see one video of a woman having fire for Victoria.
So the women are saying, so they're saying, let me sit this one out. So you've seen Victoria, Everest, and the whole situation with the older guy, the guy in Jamaica, I believe, right? And her swindling him out of his Instagram account, money, his recipes, allegedly, right? So we hear those stories. Ain't no energy. There's no energy towards it. It's like, well, let me sit this one out because, boy.
I saw a podcast with can't remember the name of the podcast, but it had sorry, what's the guy's name again that put this out?
I don't know.
I'm having a blank moment. Gucci was on another podcast. I know it's a British podcast. Can't remember the name right now.
I know the name, but we're not going to call the names.
No, we're not going to do that. But I personally, I just can't remember right now. But anyway, so Gucci was on this podcast, and there was a woman on the podcast. Right? Yeah, they was talking about something totally different, but then they brought up the situation with Gucci and Victoria and the whole video coming out. So they did say to her, we want your thoughts as a woman, because we're all men.
Yeah.
We want your thoughts as a woman, what your opinion is on this whole Victoria situation. She comes out and says, oh, I'm not going to really say anything, or I might not. I probably won't say anything.
I'm going to sit this one, the same thing.
She's basically saying, she's going to sit this one out. Why do you not have an opinion?
Because I want to keep the sisterhood code.
As you start to talk now with Gucci.
Yes.
You happy to sit in? What are you doing?
I can sit in and listen.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, partake.
Sit in and listen.
But you know what though?
Pull up
a seat. If she knows the subject, I'm going to ask for her opinion.
Oh, Lord.
Because it's a bag of man here. It would be good to have female.
That's one of the reasons why, yes.
So, do you know the subject?
I do know the subject.
Oh, great.
I will listen though. I might not say much.
Too much.
But that doesn't mean
But anyway,
yeah.
Let's get into it now. You put out a quick shout yesterday.
Exactly.
Because I want to keep the sisterhood code.
That is how I saw it.
Wow.
Me personally, I could care less about the sisterhood code because I'm not on that.
Wow.
I'm not about that. Okay. What's wrong is wrong and what's right is right. I have an opinion on it because I don't agree with it. It doesn't mean I may do this or I may do that. I have an opinion on it because I don't agree with it. I think it's wrong. So with Ginger J,